Hello, my darling, wonderful people. You're welcome back to my channel. I think this is the third week that we've been on this case, Senator Natasha and Senator Akpabio's saga. Now, a lot of people have been saying a lot of things out there. You know, when some things happen like this, people are bound to talk. The ones that will say some negative things and the ones that will say the positive things. Now, there is this video I want us to watch. Make una see the interview Senator Natasha get with Channel TV, where she dey talk about the gold mining in Nigeria. And from that interview, she said she's going to step on a lot of toes. Yes, that is what she said, that she's going to step on a lot of toes. And so far, so good. We've seen Senator Natasha that ever since she entered that Senate, that she has been really stepping on toes. Number one, we'll talk about the Ajaokuta steel, because she really talk and said there is corruption going on concerning that Ajaokuta steel. And that is the reason why up till now, Nigeria, they spend billions of naira into that place in order to keep it functioning, but it's not working. Why is it so? And again, as we all know, that she has been making efforts to make sure that that Ajaokuta steel starts working. And apart from Ajaokuta steel, I want you guys to watch this video where she talk about gold mining in Nigeria, how some set of individuals have been mining gold in Nigeria all these years. For several years now, they put the money for their pockets. Where Nigeria as a country are supposed to be making millions of naira from that mining of gold. And in that interview, you go really see where she talks, say she really knows that she's going to step on toes, serious toes. Now, that will make one to wonder, why are they fighting her? Why is it that none of the senators supported her? Yes, we know say some people, they get bad character. But another question we should ask ourselves, now so her character, they bad to the extent that nobody stand up for her. Is a question that Nigerians really need to watch. You know, these are cases, an eye-opener. When they make people, they go research, they really find out many things, in as much as say many people don't still come out to try a way to discredit her. But Nigerians' time don't reach that. We should look beyond what is happening in the Senate right now and see it as distraction. They are trying to distract Nigerians from a bigger picture. And that picture, we pray and we time that those bigger pictures, God go open those bigger pictures, make Nigerians see all the things that has been happening in this country. Let me put the video. The video is a little bit long. Please watch to the ending so that you will understand. And please help me to drop your take on this in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks and bye.
Yeah. I took a break. I took the much deserved break.
But how's it being a senator of the Federal Republic?
Oh, it's been quite interesting. It was everything I expected. I've been busy legislating, oversighting and representing my people. And I've also been able to strike a balance with my home. Still cook.
As a mother, as a wife, and all that.
I still cook, I still do everything. So striking a balance, that's what matters more to me. But I'm glad that my people are happy so far, and I've been able to learn the ropes quickly in the Senate. And I've had my debate for my very first bill.
That's good. It's interesting. It's golden. It's about the gold.
It is.
So, I mean, how are you also managing local politics in Kogi?
I visit home often, trying to strengthen the structure and ensuring that there are no aggrieved parties, mending fences. Mind you, my election was a one-way whereby people across all political platforms voted me. Gratefully, I'm so grateful for my people. To my people for that. So I've been able to manage that. But most importantly is I have focused on delivering my promises that I had captured in my manifesto, which is to project their very concerns with regards to the healthcare situation, educational reforms, and all of that in the budget. And I've done pretty much well.
So it's less of political fights now and battle.
I'm all about working. Now there's time for politicking. There's a time for the elections, and now it's time to work. And I find the fellow senators in the National Assembly, they're quite embracing across all parties.
Interesting that there are just a few of you who are female senators.
Just 4 of us.
Just 4 of you. I mean, as a dwindling, by the year, the representation of women is dwindling. Are you worried about that, though?
I am very worried. And as a matter of fact, I've had quite a number of meetings with international organizations, and embassies of certain countries that are really concerned and are willing to offer support, especially when we present the gender bill, which I'm working closely with distinguished Senator Ireti Kingibe and the other 2 female senators. So there are certain conversations going on around that, and we hope that by the time we present it, we'll have a greater support, especially from our male folks, and the president himself will assent to that, so we can have a greater representation. Because 4, as a number of representing the people of 100 million, I think that's quite a poor ratio.
And you've got some very good representation too. Very strong women. Yourself, Senator Kingibe, and a former deputy governor in Lagos.
Yes, and Idiat, a fantastic women.
You've got some very strong women in there. And kudos to you.
Thank you.
It might be drowning when it's only baritone that you hear across the room and find the...
We've learned to raise our voices up. We raise our voices up whenever we're not heard. And we have the Senate President always says, Sen Natasha, we're all men here, okay? So speak like a man. There's no softening the ground for you. You decided to be here, so you have to
point ahead. So you're trying to find your way around the room. How tough is that, though, in a male-dominated arena?
I would say, first, for myself, I'd like to focus on the context of what I'm speaking about, and I don't take into consideration that I'm a woman. So I don't present femininity at work. I present competence. I'm a woman, I'm a senator, I'm duly elected like everyone here, and I speak my ground.
And those who saw you fought your way politically in Kogi will say you fought like a man too.
That's what they say. They say I fought tougher than a man. Yeah.
All right. Let's get to the matter. Some of the female in the national in the Senate are trying to buy gold, but you are digging for gold, and it seems that you are almost there. Second reading that your bill is passed now. Why are you interested in gold?
It all started. The idea to sponsor the gold bill came up in February at a committee, the banking committee, of which I'm a member of. We were screening the CBN Monetary Policy Committee, and there sat the DG Sec, which is Lamido Yuguda. And I asked him a question. If you become a part of the CBN Monetary Policy Committee, how do you intend to boost Nigeria's gold reserve? And do you mind letting us know exactly what the status of the gold reserve is? And his response shocked me, as it did shock the other members of the committee. He said that indeed the CBN did have a gold reserve, but the last time CBN bought a gold bar was in the 1960s. And I thought, wait.
Since the 1960s?
1960s was when the CBN bought a gold bar. That means the last time the Nigerian Central Bank took stock of a gold bar in its reserve was in the 1960s. And then that now led me to begin to research. I was like, okay, I remember when we were in primary school, we all had this atlas, where we saw the pyramids, granite pyramids up north, we see the cotton, and I remember gold in Elisha. And I was like, if we had gold all this while, then why don't we have renowned gold refineries, gold processing zones, and then having them bullioned and Nigeria's own share being reserved in the central bank? I mean, that will bring about economic stability. It will bring about, apart from the job generation, the foreign direct investment it will project, and, it will bring a lot of cushion, especially right now that our currency is weakening. So I thought, we can't get our gold exploited, explored, and marketed to the very advantage of Nigerians. And of course, when we can get our CBN begin to yearly announce how much we have in our gold reserves, and we can begin to trade with them. And we've seen countries that actually enter into foreign investments in trading their gold. So I thought about that, and I spoke to members of the committee. I began to network. I was also told that it was such a dangerous bill to pass, considering certain interests with regards to the illegal mining. And I was also made aware that there could be some international forces that would frown at that, because, wherever there is chaos and uncertainty in Nigeria, there are certain people that benefit from that. So I took time, I spoke to my husband, because I had to let him know that, okay, there's some murky waters that I would step on. I would get to swim in, but I made him understand the importance, and he told me, okay, go ahead. I had the reason
so
why.
Your husband was also an inspiration for this, isn't it?
Yes, and I'm saying this because as a woman, we talk about women in politics. It's very important to know that in everything I do, I take into cognizance the dangers that my family could be exposed to. And so the first thing I did was to let my husband know that this is what I was going to do. And once I got okay, I also let the Senate president and a few other senators around that I began to network, to lobby, to develop. It took me February, March, April, May, June, about 4 months to develop a 40-page draft of the bill. So I figured out that there was going to be a need for the Gold Reserve Authority or the Gold Corporation, as it may be called. We would need to have the artisanal miners taken into consideration, because if you know right now, a lot of insecurity and killings that take place in these gold-saddled communities is likely because so.
Yeah, we have a gold potential of over $40 billion US.
It's actually even much more than that.
Yeah.
It's if you calculate, if you multiply 300 million ounces, I'm going to use ounces as a measurement scale, 300 million ounces by the rate of gold per ounce today, which is about $2,300 US. We are talking about $700 billion worth of gold reserves.
And it's been said, Senator, this year alone, that over almost $1.5 billion worth of gold has gone into private gold mining or exploitation has gone into only private hands in Nigeria. That means that the nation has been shortchanged, and the Nigerian people have not really gotten the benefit. But how would this bill allow Nigeria, just like we're getting from oil, and Nigeria, the states of the Federation, get money from oil? Are we going to be able to benefit from gold exploitation and marketing?
Definitely. Once this legislative framework is established, and that will give birth to certain gold directorates and the Gold Authority, which will be situated under the Ministry of Solid Minerals. All of these regulations, we are going to curb these excesses of the illegal miners. Mind you, the projections you just gave now was just minimal, because you will never really have an estimate of the true value of gold as it's been exported out.
How much of the eel in the industry have you found out? Because you've put your hands in a whole lot of...
The first I would say this is that the lives that have been lost because there are no mining regulations. About a few weeks ago, 30 miners were trapped in an avalanche, should I say, in the Niger State. Once this, I think the greatest loss is the lives that are being killed, or the people that are being buried in submerged mines. That happens because we have not set standards as to mine. So these illegal miners, they go into these holes and keep digging, and they paid peanuts for that. They don't even understand, these communities that have gold don't even understand the true value of what they have. Because some of our communities and states are so blessed that at every rainfall, we see gold, the ground shines. And I would say the greatest loss that our country encounters is with regards to the loss of lives because of the encouragement of these illegal miners. And the second one I talk about is the various community clashes. We've seen several communities displaced. People systematically create chaos in communities that are blessed with minerals. And all of this happens because, again, there are no regulations. And the monetary part of it we talk about is the currency stability. Every time our naira almost got to 2,000 to $1. Now imagine if we had, over time, developed our gold reserve by deploying the very best international practices in gold. Do you know what would have been? We're not just relying alone or relying on oil. Oil, to the grace of God, has sustained Nigeria. But we mean, if the country means to diversify, then this is the best way to do it in real terms. I mean, we all know all over the world, if you go to gold.org, while crude oil, where the barrel of crude might go down or fall sometimes below $50 per barrel, gold never does. It's the most stable, tangible asset any country can peg its economy by. And that's what I want for our country. Not only are we going to generate jobs, because we are going to set standards, we're going to have directorates, we're going to have this refinery set up in strategic states, not just in Zamfara, in Nasarawa, in Ondo, in Oyo State, in even Kogi State. We have gold in the western part of Kogi. And you know something, Shehu? By the time we have this framework set up, the minister is going to issue out strategic licenses, exploration license to people, and then we begin to discover many more reserves that we never knew existed. You could be surprised that the future of our country's economy lies in gold. And now that we are quite moving fast, we've just passed I did this the lead debate, which is the second reading. Now it's been sent to the committee for public hearing, Joint Committee of Banking and Solid Minerals, which we believe will meet after
the holiday.
After the holiday, yeah. So I think I'm really glad with the attention this bill has gotten with the Senate, with the National Assembly. And in no time, it should be a law. And believe me, I actually took time to put together what it will cost, because I saw some questions, people asking, oh, another agency, another ministry, bureaucracy. No, it's not about that. Remember, there are certain agencies or directorates that are self-funding on its own like gold. You know, there are going to be taxes for once the country will be able to earn taxes, because we will be able to define how much we are extracting, how much we are processing, how much we are selling off, and how much we're reserving. So, which I made a budget of just about 2 billion. It's going to take just about 2 billion to set up this directorate.
Well,
and then it to start funding itself. A
lot of Nigerians might have their reservation about setting up another bureaucracy in government, because when we're talking about cutting cost of governance, but there